Hey, 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 what is going on? Shane Brooks here, and I'm super excited to jump in today's training. Now, you finally got started with Real Specific, and we're going to be talking about how to start your first website. Now, you're going to be wondering a couple different things like how to choose a domain, how to build out your first site, how do you choose a theme for that website, and what hosting do you choose, and what are other important items that you need to purchase. So, I'm going to go through my process and what I found is the easiest to build a high quality website that will bring you success. So the first thing is, what niche do we do? So I simply did a Google search and just looked up, profitable niches and, e-com and just different stuff, trying to get some ideas, right? And so here's 81 topic ideas for starting a blog that matters. And, it goes everything from like self-defense and recipes and DIY guides and home brewing beer and bacon and vegan diets. I mean, the list goes on. So there's some really good stuff in here. And you'd be surprised at how much traffic some of this stuff actually gets. So it doesn't have to be a viral news website. Now, I found an article here when I was looking at maybe like doing an internet marketing blog. And this is what's cool is like if you type in online marketing blogs, I found a website here that has 75 different RSS feeds for each website and is categorized so you could basically build your own website about one of these or utilize these to build out the categories on your website. So for this example though, I'm going to do one that I know pretty well. And so I'm going to go with video games. Very easy. And so the next piece to this is when you know what niche you want to do, you want to go and look up keywords so that you can potentially get more traffic from Google because it's always trying to deliver, relevant content to, whatever somebody searches. And so you have to be careful within Google Planner, keyword planner, because, they it's not super targeted anymore. I mean, they give you these wide ranges like 100K to 1 million, right? And then competition and all of that. So it gets a little confusing, but really I like to just go through here and look at ones that if I really think about my target audience and what would they look for, right? What would they be typing in the search box? And I can gear my blog towards that. I just want to make sure that I can have enough content for that type of a blog, and I want to make sure that the people searching that would probably be buyer-friendly traffic. So I've already found a domain name, upcoming video game releases. I think that's good. I actually go and I'll type in Google sometimes, upcoming video game releases. And so I'm pretty happy that website's available. Now, how do I actually go and get content for that? That's the next step. So I simply did video game trailers. That would be an easy category. So I could have video game trailers like videos as a category on my website. And then I would just grab some of these. And then I could even have like gameplay tab and, a written article tab. And then what I would do is I would next go and do some recon on my competition. You see, when we're trying to build a website, we want to structure everything we build off of websites that are already proven to work. And so if I go to one of these two blogs, which I already have RSS feeds for, what I'll do is I'll go and look at how they structure their website, their categories, what type of content do they post, and how do they monetize their websites, because we can apply that as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'll jump over here and we'll kind of look at what they're doing here. So they have a review section, G#, I don't even know what that is, interviews. So I would say the categories are pretty lame on that one. But this one here I know is pretty good. So this one has video, the best, steamed, cosplay, a lot of good stuff. This stuff drives a lot of traffic, even though you might not realize it. And so what I could do is I can actually, let's say I wanted to grab videos only from this website. What I could do is click on video, and then let's see if it works here. Boom. So now this is pretty cool. Whenever they post videos and I only want videos coming from this website, I can be super targeted because I'm pulling directly from this category or this, whatever this is here, this feed. And so I'm going to go back a step. So when I'm going and finding websites, I'm looking at how they structure their categories. I'm looking at what types of targeted sources can I get, like specific categories. Another example to this is there's a website called Addicted to Success. Now, I wanted to get motivational content for thisismypurpose.com website that I built. And I was looking at this website. I was trying to find motivational content, and I noticed that they had a lot of different stuff, not just motivation. And I don't want this other stuff ending up in my category of motivation. So I figured out that, I could just click on this, grab the feed directly for that. And so now I could be just keep my blog super organized and professional. And so now that I kind of understand different data sources that I can get and all of that, the next step is how do I actually go and build it, right? Or go and purchase it, right? So I just went to Namecheap. This is where I purchase it. Now, when you do this, you're going to need three things. Number one, you're going to need the domain name. Number two, you're going to need SSL, okay? And then finally, you're going to need to think about hosting. And so when we start to think about hosting, we need to look at a couple different things. For right now, I just go with Namecheap. And so if you're starting out with a brand new website, you're not making a ton of money yet, I would go with the cheaper option. And as you start to make revenue, as you start to scale up your sites and you actually need more, then I would start to look at the bigger plans because you can always change. Now, I wanted you to have a screenshot of this, so make sure you pay attention to this. I don't want to go through them all, but I did want to show you this one because when you really scale up to the point where you have a ton of websites, maybe 100 websites, you want them really fast, hosting is very, very important. And here's why. Number one, it's going to make sure that you don't get tapped out on the amount of people that can end up on your website and it crashes or something like that. Another thing is Google really wants your website to be fast. And so sometimes if you are on a shared plan, you can have some troubles with it every now and then. And so with this, you can have like a fully managed VPS. And I'm only showing you this just because one of our customers who is running like about 250 websites is actually using this as well. So I just wanted to show you that. Now, the next piece to this is how do we actually go and get it built? So I'll be honest, you can go and build the website yourself if you want. All you have to do is go to YouTube, type in build a website 2018. And I thought this one was pretty good. You can take good tips and leave good, some tips that you don't agree with, whatever. You watch these videos, you get golden nuggets. But you go through this video, it will walk you through step by step on how to purchase and build your domain. But I don't want to do that because that's not worth my time. So if you want to make this really easy and it's not much more expensive, just go to a place like Upwork.com, and I typically get all of my websites built for $15. It takes them 3 hours to build it, and I pay them $5 an hour. So I simply come over here, I say what I want done. I outsource literally almost everything I do. I would type in something like easy. We'll just do this for now, even though it's unrelated. And then I would choose, what specifically am I looking for? Maybe plugin development, theme development, performance optimization. Now I'll just do, setup and configuration. And then I would just put the details in here. So what I do typically is I'm just super, super clear with what I want done. I want them to set up domain, SSL, hosting, WordPress, and then import the theme. And then the final piece is you need to inform them on how you want your website structured. And what that means is, let me go to one of my websites here. This is my purpose, for example. So, I had to tell him, hey, listen, I want these a little bit bigger. I want these over here a little bit bigger. I want this to be red. I want the text 3 times larger. Hey, I want you to, delete one section of this and move this part up. Down here at the bottom, I made sure that this was unique, and it had my email, and I just made a simple list. I just took screenshots. It took 10 minutes, and just took a bunch of screenshots. I went through all the tabs. So I went from the front page, and then checked the category page. So that's the front page, the category page, and then also the post page, and then looked at all the areas of how I wanted it to actually look based off of the theme demos that came with this, that I could kind of look at some examples, as well as other websites. So I just outsource all of the work, and I tell them, I said, listen, how long will this take for you to do? And, if they say 3 hours, 4 hours, then you say, okay, so it's going to be $20. Yes. And then you ask them to send like a fixed fee where, they're not going to go past 4 hours, because, that you just don't want to have that. You want to have it set at a set price, and they need to hit that goal. So, all right, so the final piece to this is I'm going to show you what themes you can now use. So we've actually given you 3 themes on the front end of our product, and if you bought the upsell, then you also got another 6 WordPress themes based off the most viral websites. But if you wanted other theme options, here's 2 themes that I felt like were really good. This one's called Mag Light, and the other one is called Metro Magazine. So I literally just used this one and built this website here. Give me a second. How to apply makeuptutorials.com. So I just built this, and you can see it's a good looking website. This entire thing was built with a free theme. So just think about that. If you're tight on money and you just want to get started, use the ones we've given you, or use the free themes here. And then finally, you could go to a place like Theme Forest, which I'll go to now. And you can purchase more premium themes. So we'll go to websites. We'll go to web themes here, and we'll type in, something like newspaper. And then here you can see that it's $59, which can be a little expensive for some people. And then, it's got a bunch of stars. It's a great theme. This is an awesome theme. I really like that one. I like Newsmag 4. That's a good one. All of these are pretty awesome themes. I mean, this is as good as they come right here. I mean, these are pretty awesome. And so you have a ton of options. You can also take a screenshot of this and send that to your WordPress guy and let them know, hey, I just want you to go through this step-by-step process. So hopefully this helped a lot, and it's giving you all the answers to just go and get this first website started. If you think about it, if you get all this stuff together, take you maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then just go send all of this to a person on Upwork or build it yourself, and bam, you can have your website built by tomorrow. And then you follow my next training video where we teach you how to set up Real Specific, and then within an hour, you're going to be able to walk away from your website knowing that that thing is pumping out huge, viral, automated, beautiful content to your websites. And so I hope that helped, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.